Hello, everyone. We are TimingApple. What's your name?
Brett.
I am David, and this is E3 Part 2. We are going to cover Bethesda, Square Enix, and Ubisoft. That's the one that just happened. So we're gonna, as I said, we're going to start with Bethesda. The first thing they showed off was Rage 2, which they have already... Well, they didn't announce it, but they played off of its leak. It was really funny. They came on stage and was like, thanks to our partners in Walmart Canada a few weeks ago.
Walmart, thanks a lot.
Hey. You've all heard about our new game, Rage 2, which I never played the first one, but I've seen the first one, and it does not look like Rage 2. Rage 2 looks like they put...
A lot of pink.
Yeah, there's a lot of pink.
Neon.
I think it's kind of like what happened to
Neon
Saints
pink.
Row. Like the first Saints Row, I think was like really serious, if I remember correctly. And then later, they just started going crazy with it. It's like,
Fuck it.
yeah, let's just make it.
Just make cool stuff.
Let's just make it
fun
funny.
Stuff in there.
I still don't really know if I'm gonna play it though. What do you think, Brett?
No, I don't play a lot. I don't.
I don't play it. I don't play a lot.
Here comes. Bye, Brett. Actually, bye, everybody. Brett, we're going.
But I guess if you enjoyed the first one, from what I understand, the first one wasn't bad, but it also like just sort of average. But this one looks like it's gonna take it up a notch. So if you liked the first one, it looks like you'll like this one. And the next thing they talked about was Elder Scrolls Legends, which is their card game, which apparently
I
not a
know
lot of.
nothing about.
Well, I mean, it's a card game with Elder Scrolls
I hear
stuff.
Gwent's better.
Yeah, like when we were watching it, like everyone in the room was just sort of, eh. But it's coming to Switch and it's free, so I might actually try it out. I have no further comment other than that, though. So moving on.
The next one.
They added some. They're adding some stuff to Elder Scrolls Online. None of us play that.
No.
Brett and Dylan
We
tried.
tried it. We tried it back when it was supposedly bad.
I gave it my damnedest.
Apparently it's better.
I got
But
it to like level 20.
So 2 new expansions are coming out. The newest one, Somerset, just came out, and then they're going to have Wolf Hunter and Murkmire. So if you play that game, there's some stuff to look forward to.
More power to you.
Oh, this is the big one. This is the one I really liked. They announced the new Doom game, Doom Eternal, because Infinite was already taken.
Yep.
That looks cool. It was just a trailer. They didn't show how the game looked or anything. It's just basically announcing, hey, we're making a new Doom game, which I liked the Doom 2016 game, so I'm
Which I recently beat, so I was really had recent hype for that game.
Yeah, he actually has an opinion on it. So that's cool. We've got to think of something else.
I like the music.
That's cool. Yeah, hopefully they keep the whole everything is like just heavy metal the entire time. That fits perfectly. But we thought it was funny that they called it Doom Eternal, and just that morning we got Halo Infinite, and I was just imagining them looking at their card that said Doom Infinite, and I was like, crap, we can't use that anymore. What else can we do? Pulls out the source, Eternal. Okay. So now we're getting Doom Eternal on Halo Infinite. I don't know why I'm comparing this to you so much. I just thought that was a little funny thought I had. All right. Next was Quake Champions. None of us played that. None of us really have an opinion on it. None of us really knew what was going on. Moving on.
Billy liked it.
Bailey did?
Billy.
Billy. Oh, Billy. Okay, Billy liked it.
Not Bailey, Billy.
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 Next is Prey.
Billy Valley Dilly.
I have not played... Okay, Ricky's giving it a thumbs up, so I guess you've played Prey?
Yes.
So he's excited. There's Prey, Moon Crash, and Typhon Hunter. I think I spelled Typhon Hunter wrong. I've never heard the word Typhon before.
Instead of Typhoon. Yeah.
But,
Hyphen, but Typhon.
So there's some stuff coming with that. I guess they're adding multiplayer stuff, a survival mode, and all that stuff. I actually might play Prey soon. I wasn't really interested in it before, but everyone keeps talking about it, so I might just play it so I have an opinion on it, so I can actually add to the conversation. Do you want to look at my notes?
Which one are we on?
We're on
Wolfenstein.
We're this one. This is the next one, though. We can move on to the next one if you want. Do you remember what that one was about?
Why did you go Prey, Wolfenstein, Prey, Wolfenstein?
That's the order they talked about it.
Okay.
So the next thing they talked about was Wolfenstein Youngblood, which I guess is an expansion on Wolfenstein 2, or is it a new game? Did they say?
Mm.
But this
be... I forgot.
He forgot.
I did.
Well, anyway, what they're
I
saying
came to
is
Screeching Halt.
what they're saying is that you're playing as B.J. Blazkowicz's two twin daughters. So, and they said it was a co-op experience. So I guess one person will play the one person will play the other, and it actually takes place in the 80s, right?
I think so, yeah.
It says 2019 here.
That's the release date. You,
Hmm.
God damn it. That's why I had Dylan yesterday. But that looks cool. I still haven't played the
Can't
Wolfenstein
put them
games.
behind the camera, can't put them in front of the camera.
Put them to the side. That seemed to work pretty well. But it does look cool. Wolfenstein is a game that I've been wanting to play for a while. I have the first one, and I want to get to that soon. Rick, did you finish the first one, Ricky?
No, I never finished it. I don't know. Kingdom Hearts happened, man.
Okay.
I went back to that.
We'll finish that soon, and then we'll have a better opinion on it.
Yeah.
But this is why I had it like this, Brett. So, like,
Oh.
my notes was, like, pray Wolfenstein. It's because, like, after they talked about Wolfenstein Youngblood, they talked about 2 more VR games they were going to have, was a Prey VR and a Wolfenstein Cyberpilot VR. Which that actually, I'm trying to remember more about that, but I remember, like, really being interested in that. It was, do you remember what the Cyberpilot stuff was?
You're... No, I don't remember. I think you're like a hacker or something, and you're just... I don't know, you're just...
I remember
Kicking
being really
Nazi
interested
butt.
in that. So, that was probably cool, if I could just remember.
You're slaying Nazis, that's all you need to know.
Oh yeah, they said they
You're
just want you to
fuck
be able.
Nazis.
They want you to be able to kill Nazis in as many ways as possible. So that's cool.
Spreading the Google
Oh,
message.
biggest news of the show. Biggest news of the show. Skyrim, very special edition for Amazon Alexa, Etch-a-Sketch, Motorola Pager,
Oh my god!
and the refrigerator.
Not the toaster. you
Unfortunately,
lying
no
son of a bitch.
toaster version.
Has
was
been
really
announced
hoping-
yet?
It would come to the
stupid.
toaster. They need to bring it to the... Yeah, this is all just bullshit. This was a joke video they did because...
But it's so amazing that they're just in on it.
Yeah, I know. Like, everyone was talking about... The big joke was, oh, what are they porting Skyrim to next? And they actually delivered on the joke. Actually, though, part of that Amazon Alexa experience is real.
Playing games like text-based games?
Yeah, doing that text thing that they were, like, doing, like, the way they presented it in the trailer was sort of like a text adventure where, like, Alexa would tell you the situation they're in, and then you tell her how to respond. Like, oh, you're low health. Drink a potion. You're out of potions. How much cheese do I have? 400. Eat all the cheese.
Remember what the doctor told you about your dairy?
Oh, thank you.
I need to live. But yeah, that was a really cool thing. But yeah, apparently part of that experience is actually available on the Alexa. So if you have an Alexa, try that out. That'd be cool. That seems kind of cool. We don't have Alexa because
You can win one at the arcade here in town.
really?
Yeah, we have some at the arcade.
Well, I know what we're gonna do after this.
Anyway, but on to the next thing.
Yeah, on to the real news. So they finally talked more about Fallout 76, and yes,
Mmm.
I was
Any
wrong.
comments?
I was wrong.
Bethesda should have just been called David is wrong.
So I really thought, based on what they said in the Microsoft conference, it was just going to be a Fallout game. Because they talked about it's a prequel to the other Fallout games, takes place in this world, 4 times as big as Fallout 4. I guess they really didn't really give any evidence towards it not being an online, but they didn't actually say it was going to be online, so the way they were talking made it seem like it was just going to be another Fallout game, but it's not. It is a multiplayer game.
They lied to everybody.
Yeah, they said they're gonna keep like, apparently they're gonna keep the amount of players in the world at a time actually very minimal because it's supposed to be post-apocalypse and you're not gonna find like
They
thousands of
mentioned
people.
dozens, not even hundreds, so it's going to be few and far between. Like a real post-traumatic
Event.
event.
But yeah.
This
We're getting nukes, everyone!
Oh yeah.
Like that
we
fun
decided
game.
we'd just put out some nukes just around the map and
Let people
Let
do,
you do
with
what
them
you want
whatever
with
they
them.
wanted to. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to the division. 'Cause that's bullshit.
But yeah, like that's part of their experience. They didn't really say how many people could be like with you at a time.
They mentioned it's not going to be like hundreds and thousands. It's going to be like just dozens.
That's what
like,
you're saying, but like
Yeah,
how many
they're
people?
They're few.
he means how many in a group.
Well, I mean, we saw
Like
max
party.
4. We did see 4.
I'm about to say we saw like 4 or 5 together, but we don't know what the max is.
Hopefully it's a lot, because we all have Xboxes.
But
I'm sure it's enough for us,
If
but like,
I was
yeah.
gonna play
it's not going to be like
PlayStation.
hundreds. Like an MMO. It's not going to be like an MMO.
You'll be alone
Okay.
and dead.
That'd be fine. I have nukes.
You won't find death claws.
But yeah, you'll be able to do
I
a
don't think
lot of the
there's
stuff
gonna
you
be
normally.
death
They showed death
Before,
claws.
wait, did they?
Yeah.
They showed a lot of
okay.
stuff.
They showed a lot of stuff, but they did show a death claw.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
was
okay.
one.
I don't know what a death.
It was whenever they were looking.
Oh, I thought it was before they started
It was-
popping
I
up
could
because
do
this is the
something.
remember this is
Really
like
big
the earliest
yeah.
we're coming out. So
But yeah, like, whenever
They're
they
talking
That's
about
the
it
worst
VR
way
right
to
now.
describe it.
yes, but when they
That should really.
Shut up!
anyway,
later
When
on
they're-
the show.
yeah,
You-
fine.
Later on the show. I love you, David. Dylan.
I'm David.
Dylan.
See, it happens everywhere, Sonya.
Anyone can be friends.
You're Brett. But yeah, everyone.
No,
seems-
he's All Might.
I have
Get
some
right.
concerns though about Fallout 76 being online because whenever I see like a normally single player game go
I saw
to
PvP.
Dylan.
Well, they said themselves it's going to be something new for them.
I know, but
So for us,
my
to
point that I'm trying to
hang in
make is
there.
that whenever normally single player game goes online, the experience I feel is kind of dulled
I don't know,
because
I'm sure they'll have stuff.
well, there's just a few
If
things
not,
that they
go
have.
back to Fallout 4.
I guess, but there's a few things they have to take out in order to make the experience even for everyone.
Yeah, we talked about one thing.
Well, that was just the thing. I mentioned the VAT system when we were talking about it earlier, and how that probably is not going to be able to work.
Go on.
But I guess we'll move on. It looks interesting. If you like Fallout, I guess it'll be interesting for you. We might try it, might not. I don't know. What's the next thing? Oh, there's a beta for it. I didn't write down the date though. Did they say when the beta was?
I don't know. No, I don't think so.
They never said. But do you
Maybe
have?
we're
Did you
wrong.
get the actual
We are
release
often
date?
wrong.
Yes, I did.
Okay.
November
11th, 17th,
14th.
14th.
That's
Yeah,
14th.
terrible handwriting.
November 14th, 2018. That's when it's coming out. So that looks cool. Fallout Shelter's coming to Switch.
and PS4.
A Switch.
Well, I was gonna get it for Switch anyway, but you gotta say it.
Everything should be on the Switch.
David,
Isn't that the-
David,
isn't that-
David,
isn't that the
David.
thing?
It was coming for PS4 too. You gotta mention it.
I know. Yeah, it's coming. It's coming to Switch and PS4. So that's cool. I might try that.
But screw
Elder Scrolls
Xbox.
Blades.
That Elder Scrolls Blades. They were advertising it as more of a mobile game, but they said it was going to be coming to like every single platform.
Cross-platform for everything.
Yeah, like VR, Switch,
Everything.
phones.
Work
maybe
meeting mode.
this one will
I can
come to
use that.
Toaster.
I can use work meeting mode.
This is the one that's going to
often.
come to Toaster. I think
No.
so. But
I
yeah,
don't even remember what Starfield was.
Oh crap!
oh, I don't remember this, but yeah, basically Blades is supposed to be like this thing that's supposed to encompass every single platform,
Space.
and it's going to be cooperative
That's
for everyone, and everyone can work together and all that stuff. But yeah, that was cool. And then what he was talking about Starfield was just sort of a short teaser for like what they seem to be making sort of their third pillar with Fallout and Elder Scrolls. Starfield's going to be like their space game
Their
in their
first
style.
original title in, I think they said 25 years.
Yes.
Yes. So,
Or
but they
like
didn't.
really big thing, like
Yeah.
like Elder Scrolls and Fallout. Yeah.
But they didn't show much more than that.
They just did like a pan out of a planet.
They oh yeah, it's Starfield. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought you were talking about the show. I was like, well,
Who are the people?
Y'all
in front
want
of the
chairs?
Y'all want to just get over here?
well, I'm
wanna
sorry.
sit behind
I'm
us?
sorry. No, it's fine. Someone
Elder
worry,
Scrolls
I'll shut up.
6.
Don't worry, I'll show
there
up
has
for
to
you.
be like
Elder Scrolls 6. They didn't show anything about it, just a title and a
Some
mountain
mountains.
range. Moving on.
Billy said something about some dragon.
And I'm out of the video. I'm out.
Okay. The test dungeon.
That's not it. This one.
The Shadow of the Tomb.
This is Square Enix. We're
Oh,
moving
I
on
can
to Square
actually
Enix.
read that.
This is later. So next is Square Enix.
Squeaks.
They had a really short conference. It was basically like their version of a Nintendo Direct. It was only 30 minutes. They showed a few things. They started off with Shadow of the Tomb Raider. I think this is the they showed it off with gameplay. Actually, I think it's the first time they've actually showed people playing the game. So that's cool. It's not really anything too out of what you'd expect from the game. I haven't played the other Tomb Raiders myself. I watched Dylan play it, and I know about what's in it. And there wasn't really much different that I saw. There was like this one grapple move where she sort of hung a person and then snapped his neck. That was something that I don't think I've seen before. So that was pretty cool.
They showed us that the other day.
Yesterday?
Not all of it.
But we saw her do that. The
Oh.
tree.
We saw her
It's
pull it
rope.
up, we didn't see the end of the move.
Well, apparently she
Yeah.
ends up snapping his neck, like with her hands. So that was cool. Oh, here you go. It's your turn. There you go, Brett.
Brett, keep it short.
The one reason I'm here in this chair today
Instead of
to talk to all of you for a short amount of time now.
Can you guys take a guess on what we're going to talk about?
They're adding Monster Hunter to Final Fantasy 14. Like, I don't play with my dolls, Sonya.
I should have zoomed in on that. Why did
They're adding Monster Hunter to Final Fantasy 14. They just showed a Palico and a Rathalos eating a bison thingy. So I don't know if it's just going to be some like a little wind-up minion, or if it's going to be whether some weapons, or if it's going to be a whole actual dungeon based around Monster Hunter, which is what I want, which probably isn't going to happen though. But I don't know. More details are coming later.
And moving on. That was surprisingly short. We already talked about this part yesterday. They showed off more of Captain Spirit. And apparently it's coming out June 26th and it's 100% free. That's what they said at the title.
Yeah.
That's what they said, like, below the release date. So I guess that means instead of just, like... Because Life is Strange is, like, an episodic thing. Usually with that, like, the first episode is free, but then you pay for the rest of them. But I guess when they're saying 100% free, I guess that means all of it's free.
I don't see any tornadoes in that one, though.
Oh, there were not tornadoes in that one. And then they showed off Dragon Quest XI with a bit of gameplay. And it's fully voiced, which I don't know. I think 7...
Doesn't happen too
8
often with RPGs.
Was 8 fully voiced, Dylan?
Yeah.
Well, it had voices. I know that.
There were voices.
But this one is like voiced everywhere is voiced, so that's cool. And they showed off some play of the gameplay. It looked like a Dragon Quest game. Looks cool. I'll get it. Moving on.
Vocations?
Don't know.
Not really. We don't know. Okay.
I'll tell you later.
Okay, the next one, Brett. Do you want to talk about it?
I don't know what's the next one.
Babylon's Fall.
What? I don't know. I don't know anything about it. Okay.
You were the one that was excited about it.
I keep forgetting the name.
Babylon's
Fall had this really cool CGI trailer with the guy in armor. It looked like a mixture between Western and Eastern armor. But it was like, well, they didn't have any sound, so it was. And then this guy had some like orange thing shoot out of his shoulder, some string things tore off the dude's arm, grabbed the sword, and stabbed him back. And I was like, yeah.
Play-by-play is by Brett. That's Babylon's Fall. It was just a short trailer showing off some history, and then that
really dark,
scene, and
a lot of
then the
black
title.
everywhere.
They didn't really
Smoke.
tell us much. The next thing they talked about was Nier Automata again.
Automata.
Whatever. Automata.
Timmy.
They didn't say anything else that was different from the Microsoft conference. It's coming out June 26th for Xbox. That's cool.
Software only, I believe.
Yeah, it seems to be, because you were trying
just
to find...
download code or buy it through the Xbox store.
Yeah, because he was trying to find the physical copy.
Yeah.
And he couldn't find it. Then they talked more about Octopath Traveler. Not much more that
really.
we don't know.
No, they didn't add anything new.
It's coming out July 13th. That's cool. Just Cause 4.
That had the tornadoes.
Yeah, there's still tornado. They talked about a dynamic weather system with tornadoes that will actually destroy things and sandstorms. I think there was a blizzard.
Blizzards.
I'm interested to see how that works because if a
What
random
kind of like environment?
Where the fuck is this taking place that tornadoes and blizzards happen in the same
Well, they
locations?
said it wasn't based off of a real place.
Obviously.
So I guess they can make it where they want.
Okay, that's kind of interesting because they're usually based in like fictional city, but
Okay,
a safe
maybe it
area.
is based on something, but it's not named that.
What I want to know is, though, if they have random tornadoes going off, destroying things, won't there eventually be nothing left? Or are they going to actually reload all these bridges?
Maybe there's not that many tornadoes.
That's what all they've been showing is tornadoes everywhere.
Maybe because it won't happen very much, and they want you to see it.
All right, I guess. But,
Fair enough, but let's move on, everyone.
Usually in games like that, they have things that are rebuilt. It's more like localized destruction.
Okay, in case you don't get the joke, the next thing was the Quiet Man.
Oh,
so
yeah,
he was
that's right.
talking about
Oh.
just doing it quietly, but it was getting lost. So yeah,
Yes,
they
it
did.
was.
Okay, so the Quiet Man. We guess the main character is deaf. That's all we actually kind of got out of
He's
it.
good at fighting.
Yeah, he can also take on some dudes, and apparently he works for Grubhub. Here's your meal, sir. On the dead body.
$7.99.
You just got served.
Yeah, just like that. That's what I mean. And then they showed a new trailer for Kingdom Hearts 3. A lot of it was the same from yesterday. They did add a few new tidbits.
A few.
They didn't... I feel like... Okay, I know that it's not coming until January, but I figured since we were somewhat close to release, if they were going to announce like a special edition, like either bundle or console or something, they would have announced it here. and they didn't. And I was hoping to get it, so that means that I'm going to have to be paying attention randomly from here until release to figure out if I can grab
You'll
it.
be fine.
If there is a special edition, will you let me know?
Okay.
After he orders it.
Yeah, after I get
After
mine.
it's been secured, then we'll tell people.
Yeah.
Fine.
But,
Next page.
okay. Oh, wait, big thing from the trailer. Ratatouille is a summon. I mean, Remy. That's his name, right? Remy?
Yeah, Remy.
Remy from
Remy
Ratatouille.
from Ratatouille.
He's a summon.
Summon and or world.
Moving on. He's not a world. If he's a summon, he's not a world. Moving on. I do want to say, the limited run games, they had a conference too. If you don't know what that is, it's a website where they make limited productions of indie games in physical form. They do PlayStation 4, PlayStation Vita, and Switch. I mostly just care about it for the Switch. And a few games that they said they were finally going to bring physical was kind of cool. They said that they were going to bring Golf Story physical, Oceanhorn's going to be physical, Ukulele is going to be physical on Switch. It was physical on the other consoles, but not Switch, but they'll bring it physical. And Dust and Elysian Tale will be coming to Switch with a physical copy from Limited Run. It's not written on there. I didn't write notes during that one. But that's all I want to say about that. So now we're going to move on to the last one that we have right now, is Ubisoft. They started off the show with a big
Awesome.
marching band
It made me
thing.
miss being a band.
Not me.
I was like, that could be me.
Big marching band
Could be playing
performance.
for Ubisoft right now.
It's for Just Dance 2019. I'm sure it's going to be just like the other Just Dances. It's coming out in October. I guess Dylan's joining us.
I'm going to be in for Ubisoft.
You're still not in, though. There you are. Hi,
Hold that
Dylan.
position. And then the next thing was Beyond Good and Evil 2, which they showed.
There you go. You're in. You're
How's your
in.
nose
They
bleeding?
finally showed. Okay,
Shut up.
so they said that Beyond Good and Evil 2 was going to be a prequel, and they said it was going to be. They said it was going to be multiplayer somehow. Which when they first said that last year, I was kind of worried that they weren't going to focus on a story with a single character or whatever. But with some of the story stuff they were showing for this one, it does seem like it's going to be focused on a singular character, because the little bit of gameplay that they did show, you were playing as that character. I guess when they said multiplayer, you're going to be able to play as maybe some of the other characters. I don't know, they didn't actually
Yeah, I
say.
think it's more following a crew than a single character, but...
Well, like, I was just worried that it was just going to be like, you choose a character,
multiplayer.
you create a charter from
Yeah.
the beginning, and then you
Nah.
go through the story as that character. I'm glad, because
I understand you're worried, but yes.
that's not what the first game was.
Yeah.
I still haven't played that one myself, but I've watched several stuff about it, and it had a story with a central character, and I'm pretty sure that's what anyone who had played that game before would want again in a sequel or prequel, whatever this is going to be. But it does seem like it's going to be focused on a group of characters, at least, even though it's going to be multiplayer. But it looks cool. But one of the cool things about it is that they've teamed up with this, what was it called? They teamed up with this other company.
Hit record.
Hit Record, yes. They teamed up with them to actually get... they're trying to get like music and art pieces from the community to put in the game.
Basically, a bunch of collaborations.
Yeah, they're
Yes.
going to collaborate to put a bunch of stuff from the community.
Which
in
is
the
cool.
game. So if
Pretty
you
cool.
like Beyond Good and Evil, you might want to look that up to get some of your stuff in there. That's probably really cool. The next thing, Rainbow Six Siege, I don't care.
Rainbow Six, they
Yeah.
mainly talked about their esports scene and stuff like that. They did say they were adding a lot of new characters. I don't know if new characters
Operatives.
means new classes, operatives. I guess maps and or story
Probably not story. I don't think it has a story mode.
maps.
Yeah, it's... yeah.
Okay. Well,
Moving on.
it's mostly
Moving on.
esports.
Trials Rising, Brett.
Huh.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah, the motorcycle platformer that I'd forgotten about until today.
You were the one
I
that...
liked it, and then the more I watched the trailer, the more I remembered. I hate the game.
I honestly kind
It's
of like...
hard.
I kind of like Trials games. I never really bought any console
I got
ones,
pretty
but-
far in my last one, and no, I quit.
Motorsports are
Never
usually
went back.
his thing.
So I
So
went back.
that's why I put it to you.
I always played the Flash ones. I haven't gotten any of the console ones, but I've always enjoyed them.
But if you like Trials games, that's coming in February of 2019. Trials Rising, February.
It's
It's going to be very busy.
I'm gonna
A lot of things coming out. In
Ow.
February.
broke in
I
February.
want it.
And next they talked about Division 2.
Now I'm happy.
Woo! They're adding raids.
Yeah, they are going to be adding raids,
Coming
which
Destiny.
mildly worries me just because I have a hard time getting people I know together for those things. But I enjoyed the Division 1. I just didn't like the Dark Zone, but it sounds like that's not really going to be as much of a thing in this one.
I know nothing about it. I never cared about the
I got to level
Division.
9,
And apparently
the first one.
in Division 2, you're once you hit max level, you're gonna unlock a specialization. There was a sharpshooter, demolition, and survivalist. Which we don't know. You know that you get some sort of specific weapon for each of them. Other than that, we don't know too much. Beyond a name.
Division 2 comes out
October, February.
March 15th.
Oh, wait, what was it that comes out October 5th?
That's something else.
Something
Later,
later.
Yeah, oh, that was Assassin's Creed. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Spoilers!
Oh my
Well, shut up.
god. That's at the bottom.
Oh well.
That's the last thing.
We're still up.
Oh, well.
God damn it, Dylan.
You're
Alright,
welcome.
Mario Rabbids Donkey Kong.
What,
version.
did we actually finish the...
Yeah, we finished.
Did I actually finish March
yeah,
15th, 2019?
Yes,
Okay.
you just
Okay,
said
Now
it.
you just did, yes.
Just making sure because he interrupted
Alright,
me.
yeah,
And then
I
that like,
forgot.
Can we,
lose my train of
let's
thought.
just go on?
Nintendo's,
Let's move on. Moving on. Moving on.
Nintendo's leaking into other things.
So yeah,
Yeah.
the next they talked about the
Monster
Donkey Kong Mario Rabbids DLC. They basically, more Mario and Rabbids. They did have a cool performance by Grant Kirkhope and his band, I guess.
Yeah,
That was cool. But I mean, it's just more Mario Rabbids, but with Donkey Kong and Rabbid Cranky. Cool. Skull and Bones. They showed a lot more detail on what you're doing in Skull and Bones, and when they showed it last year, all they showed was ship fights, and that's mostly what they focused on this time, but they did actually show you controlling a human walking around an environment. Very small environment, but there was at least that. So I don't know, because that was the biggest thing about what I was worried about the game, is like, is it just going to be ship fights? Because I'm pretty sure the reason why they even decided to make Skull and Bones was because of the positive reaction that Assassin's Creed 4 had, and they even put out a poll on, I think it was Twitter or something, asking people if they would actually like a pirate game. It's kind of like Assassin's Creed 4, and of course everyone said yes.
Because it was amazing.
It was good.
But I think they might have misunderstood us a little bit, because while we liked the ship fights, it wasn't just, at least with me, maybe this is just me, but it wasn't just the ship fights I liked, it was also some of the other side quest stuff involved with being a pirate. So I didn't want to be on the ship all the time. I also wanted to fight and do other things like that. But
So as long as there's some actual hand-to-hand combat that goes on, I could see it being a pretty good game.
yeah, but they mostly focused on the multiplayer ship fight aspect, about how you can go after other ships on this trade route. You can try to go up against, when you can sink trade ships, but then if like a warship that's too powerful for you to handle on its own comes in, you can sort of call other people if you want, but then
Then you fight each other.
But people are assholes.
yeah, you end up fighting each other once the
It's
warship
a lot
is
like
down.
Sea of Thieves.
Yeah. Yeah.
Played
Nah.
Sea of Thieves. Yes.
Eh.
Yes, people are assholes there too.
Yes.
But yeah.
And the Dark
Skull-
Zone of the Division.
Skull and Bones comes out 2019. They didn't say anything specific beyond that. Next is Transference. That's that VR. I guess it's supposed to be a VR horror game.
Oh yeah.
It's
Frodo.
weird. But yeah, that was...
Yeah, Frodo's making it. Elijah Wood has a hand in making it. Looks
I
good.
didn't know that.
You're mind jumping. Moving on. Starlink. That's... So Starlink is like, I guess, the next evolution for Toys to Life. They put a ship on a controller, and you play as that ship, and you can take parts of the ship off and replace it with other ship parts. And I guess there's going to be
New
pilot
weapons
figures.
in-game.
It looks cool.
Star Fox.
Coolest. God damn it.
The coolest part
Yeah.
Was
is that it has
Okay,
Star Fox.
Star
now,
Fox.
now
Only
I
on
can
the
say
Switch
this.
though. Only on the Switch.
I'm sad you don't have Fox here. I was gonna like toss him to you when you mentioned Fox.
I don't have Fox here.
I know you don't.
But
God.
yeah,
Dang
Star
it.
Fox is going to be playable in the game. There'll be an R-wing model that you can put on your controller, as well as another little Star Fox figure. I guess
Only
for
for
a pilot.
Switch though.
Yeah, only on Switch. It's only
Because
coming
it's
to Switch.
Nintendo.
So I guess we're getting it for Switch, guys.
Yeah. So Starlink comes out October 16th. That looks really cool.
And to
No,
be
we
clear,
just
it's
get the
coming
artwork. We
out
don't
for
get the
other
game.
consoles, but you only play as Fox on the Switch.
Yes.
Obviously.
The next was For Honor Marching Fire. You'll be able to play as Chinese dudes. That comes out October
Chinese
16th.
warriors.
Chinese people.
And new game modes. There's the Siege. I guess 4 people try and break in, 4 people try and defend type of thing.
Probably. Okay, moving on.
Crew
2. Does anyone care?
Eh. Forza Horizon's better.
I mean,
Yeah.
did they even show any gameplay? I don't remember.
I don't think so.
Not really.
No.
Okay, no, okay.
There's an open beta coming June 21st.
If you're interested, go for it.
And then the what everyone was waiting for at their conference, what was leaked as well, but then they just sort of played off of it.
Dylan leaked it.
Assassin's Creed Odyssey. You play as either a
Are you a boy?
Man or a woman? I can't remember their names.
Cassandra
it was,
and
Cassandra.
I don't remember the
and,
guy's name.
Alexio.
It was an actual like.
Alexio.
Alexio.
Okay.
That's a close thing. That's the best thing we got. So let's go with it.
And you're a Spartan that's apparently been kicked out of Sparta for
Kicked.
not being Spartan
Kick.
enough.
Spartans are big on kicking.
Yeah, I know.
Which you
they
get
showed
the
that a
Spartan
lot in the
activation.
trailer. Like,
Yes,
you kick
you have a
everyone.
special ability. You can kick people about 20 feet away, knock them down, and then it's like,
Yes.
woo, all right.
You're apparently also a descendant of Leonidas. You even have
His
his broken
grandchild.
spear. Yeah.
Spear.
So
That's why I guess the spear unlocks a lot of your abilities that you're able to
Yeah,
use.
from the effects that they have on
It
it,
has
it
magic.
looks like
Yeah.
it might be one of the precursor artifacts somehow, but
are
I
they
don't
called
know.
precursors?
I can never remember.
I don't know.
The
I want to say Forerunner, but I know that that's Halo.
that's Halo.
I know.
If you play Assassin's Creed, you know what we're talking about. You're
The people
probably
who came before.
Yeah, you're probably screaming at us. That's not what they're
Yeah.
called. They call it something else. But yeah, you're a Spartan. You've been cast out, so now you're doing other things.
You are a
assassin-y
mercenary.
things.
You're a mercenary. Sometimes you help the Spartans.
You have
Sometimes
a pet
you help.
eagle or hawk. Was that an
Eagle.
It was an eagle.
You have the Eagle of
They kept
Zeus.
saying, yeah, Zeus is eagle.
Oh, cool.
Yes.
So yep.
Also, they
October.
still have the Falaki deal. Only now it's mercenaries. From Origins.
I didn't play Origins.
Okay,
I didn't play
about to say, you
Origins.
saw in the gameplay deal that they were showing, it was a new mercenary found, and then they had
David.
that fight.
David.
In Origins, they called them Falakis. I don't know exactly what that translates to, but basically
Philippines?
same function. No Falakis.
Okay, that looks cool though.
Moving on.
It comes out October 5th.
There's
That
no
is
moving
all.
on. That's it.
Yep.
That is all. Tonight will be Sony, and tomorrow will be Nintendo, and then
We
we'll make
mentioned
our last
Monster
video.
Hunter again. That's
Yeah.
going to be mentioned in every one of our videos, like I planned. Geniusly. And it wasn't even my fault.
Goodbye, everyone.
Farthy well.